One of the main benefits of BPC Embedded is that there is virtually no restriction on the number of characteristics that can be included in a planning application. However, from a user's point of view, it is neither practical nor desired to manually plan on every characteristic. Just imagine how many columns a user will need to scroll through if there are 30 characteristics on the screen. The application would become unusable. Several other problems are also common to planning applications. Valid planning applications may not be intuitively known to the user. For example, certain products may only be available to specific customers, and we want only those combinations to be calculated and displayed in the input-ready query. The planning application might require fields that the user might not know at the time of entry, but must be calculated based on a complex set of rules. And planning may have been performed on combinations in a previous iteration that are no longer valid, and we want to delete those invalid combinations. Characteristic relationships, or CR for short, is a powerful tool to get around this problem and several others. In this lecture, we're going to do quite a lot with characteristic relationships. At the moment, volumes planning are performed on material level, but the requirement is that material group is also populated. As stated above, the user might not know what the material group is when they enter the information, or may not care. So we do not necessarily want to display the material group in the volumes planning input schedule. We will use CR to derive the material group in all manual planning and planning functions. Characteristic relationships are configured on infra provider level. So if we go to transaction RS plan and infra provider, we type in tvol A20 and edit. We then go to the characteristic relationships tab and click on create new characteristic relationship. We then have several settings that we need to set. The first is the with derivation field. So this checks whether the characteristic is derived or only check. And in our case, we're going to derive